What if the light that guides sailors to safety is the only thing keeping the rest of us from a darkness we can't imagine? For one lighthouse keeper, this wasn't a question. It was a terrifying, nightly reality. Thomas had been the keeper of the St. Jude's Head Lighthouse for 20 years. This lonely spire of rock and light had been his sanctuary after the sea claimed his wife, Eleanor. He had sought the solitude, the endless, predictable rhythm of the light and waves, the rhythmic sweep of the beam, the crash of waves against the rocks below. It was a symphony that had long ago replaced the noise of the world. But the peace was a lie, a thin veneer over a chasm of dread. It began with whispers on the wind, too coherent to be the gulls, too human to be the waves. They started by calling his name, but soon they murmured secrets, things only Eleanor could have known. The name of the stray dog he'd hidden as a boy, the lullaby she'd hummed only for him. Then came the dreams drowning cities under black, starless skies, and a single, immense eye opening in the abyss, its gaze holding the cold of dead stars and a terrifying ancient intelligence. He dismissed it as sea madness, a known ailment of his profession, a story told to spook new keepers. Until he found the old keeper's journal, tucked away beneath a loose floorboard in the lantern room. The entries started normally, chronicling weather patterns and passing ships. But then the script grew frantic, the ink bled by trembling hands. "It sings to me from the deep," the journal read. "The light is not a guide. It is a cage. It is a lock on a door that must never be opened. The light keeps it sleeping. The light keeps it bound. It promises me things. It showed me the clockwork of the stars and the madness that turns the gears. All I have to do is listen." A few pages later, a chilling entry. It wears the face of my little boy, taken by fever last spring. It says he is cold. It says the light hurts his eyes. The final entry was a single, jagged sentence. "The key turns to night." The previous keeper wrote of a song from the depths, a melody that promised knowledge, power, reunion with those who were lost. The whispers Thomas heard began to form a melody, a tune that vibrated in his bones and showed him visions of Eleanor, smiling, beckoning from just beyond the veil of the storm. They promised him she wasn't gone, merely waiting for him to turn off the light. One night, the worst storm in a century descended, a storm that felt unnatural, vengeful. The generator sputtered, coughed, and died. The great lamp went dark, and in the sudden, oppressive blackness, the whispers became a clear voice. Eleanor's voice, right beside him in the dark. "Let me in, my love, just for a moment. Let the darkness have the light." Through the lantern glass and the flashes of lightning, he saw a shape in the churning water. Not just a shape, but a lattice of limbs that were not limbs, a body that defied geometry, and at its heart a single, baleful light that pulsed in time with the phantom melody. He fought his way down the winding stairs, the iron groaning as the tower swayed, his heart torn between a desperate hope and an all-consuming terror. He worked on the generator, his knuckles raw, Eleanor's pleas echoing in his mind, promising an end to his loneliness, an eternity together. He saw her face in the rusted machinery. He heard her crying, begging him to let her come home. With a final, agonized scream, he pulled the cord. The engine roared to life. The beam of light sliced through the darkness once more, and the song in his head cut off with a shriek that was not human. The shape in the water submerged. The storm, as if its will was broken, began to calm. Thomas was safe, but he is no longer a keeper. He is a jailer. He sits in the lantern room, watching the waves, and knows the silence is now more terrifying than the whispers ever were. He is left with the horrifying knowledge of what waits in the deep, what it offers, and how easily the human heart can be tempted to open the door. If you were in his place, would you let the light go out to see a loved one again, even for a moment? What do you think was waiting in the dark?